I am done on the 11th. That's my final assignment.
So welcome, everyone. We decided we were going to... So I should back up. My name's Jorens. I'm the campus minister at Arise. But tonight I am not, because we're just hanging out. And so one of the things that I was gifted last year by a bunch of people was the opportunity to go ahead and get a beer calendar as an Advent calendar. And so I did the same thing this year, where I went and got 24 beers. So each night in December, I get a beer. Love beer. So hi, everyone tuning in and joining us. It's kind of like 10 minutes. We're not going to be on very long, but if you want to say hi, you want to add stuff in the comments, you can. This is Drew Smith, who's almost a graduated senior. He's here hanging out just for a moment. And if you want to grab something to drink, I think we're going to try and do this, if anyone is actually interested at all in it, each night between now and December 24th, and just have a good old time. So if you want to leave comments, we can actually read your comments and be able to show them on screen. The background and all, we just kind of threw it up right at the end and just tried to figure everything out. So with that being said, Drew, what are you drinking tonight?
Tonight I have a mixture of Sailor Jerry spiced rum, Rangapur gin, and Jose Cuervo margarita mix.
Yeah.
It's just a good old time. What are you drinking, Drew?
So all the beers that I've selected, I've never tried before. And this is a German Bavarian style of beer. It's a Benedictiner Hell. So this is what it looks like. So yeah. So what's new? How are finals going?
Finals, this has been the craziest final season I've ever experienced, because it's all online and at my own pace. And I just feel like I'm in the Twilight Zone.
So for those that don't know you and haven't listened to our podcast, what are some of the things that you have done? And we'll talk about your major, because I think the way in which you created your own major is incredible. So just go ahead and share that with people, because people don't actually care about what I want to say or anything like that. They care more about you. So go ahead.
Fair enough. Well, I started off as a cultural studies major and anthropologist, and I'm still an anthropology major, but I tacked on a bachelor's of science in interdisciplinary studies. And the cool thing about Mason, our university, is that we're one of 5 that lets its students create their own concentration. So I was able to basically pack like an undergraduate thesis defense and get approval for a degree in human health, disease, and death, which is crazy to some people, but for my field, it's going to make sense. So I love it. I honestly, I wouldn't have chosen any other degree, to be honest with you. So.
Nice. And so you were on the swim team?
Yep, I was a club and a master swimmer for the 3 years that I was at Mason.
Wait, what is a master swimmer?
Masters it's a national-based organization through USA Swimming, and anybody who is 18 years of age or older and able to compete in swimming is able to compete from age 18 to 80. So as long as you're willing to pay your dues and show up to meets and compete at the up to the national level, you can keep swimming until you're 80. I think we have some 95-year-olds that are still competing at nationals. It's crazy, but yeah, it's like a league, sort of.
What's your favorite stroke?
My favorite stroke is the breaststroke, and my favorite distance is the 200. So it's the longest distance you can do in the breaststroke. It's like an endurance-based sprint, so it's my favorite.
What are some other interesting things that people should know before I start boring them about you, or not boring them with information about you, but just in general? We just saw everyone click off at that little hiccup.
They said bye. Oh, Zoom.
And they pretty much did. They're like, oh my God, I'm going to talk here in a moment.
Well, I was a member of Arise for, I think it was 1.5 years, 2 years. I was trying to do the math.
I was thinking it was 2 years. I think you came to us your fall, in the middle of the fall semester.
Yeah. I was trying to figure out which fall it was, but I think it was my sophomore. So it's definitely been like a good 2 years. But honestly, like cornerstones of my being are school and a rise at school and swimming at school. So kind of that's it.
Well, that's very nice that you put a rise into that space as well.
Yeah.
That's your goal, right? The goal is to be formational during a transitional time in your life. And yeah, and so by the way, since this is out on my personal Facebook as well, I just want to say thank you to everyone who donated to Arise. I did not pick Drew tonight to be able to have him talk about how great Arise is, but I know a lot of you gave to the fundraiser that I did for my birthday, and we ended up raising over $1,000, which is awesome. So that money goes to help support our students and to make sure that we can continue our presence on campus. So thank you. Did you know it was my birthday? I missed
really
it for the gift you got me.
Is it really your birthday?
No, not tonight. It was like 3 days ago.
You're kidding.
No, the greatest gift for my birthday, so a little insight into me, because I'm an Enneagram 8. I love like giving people a hard time. And so I love it when people forget my birthday. So then even when I never told them or never said anything publicly, because then I can give everyone a hard time about it afterwards. And that is the greatest gift of all. Does that make me a sick person? I'm pretty sure it makes me.
I feel terrible.
Why?
I feel terrible. But
Why?
I could have known. I could have done the background research.
There's no way people know it's my birthday. Seriously, there's just no way. Honestly, because the worst part about birthdays, secret again, the worst part about birthdays is having to answer your phone 30,000 times with people who know it's your birthday. Like, that drives me crazy. Like, let me have one day when I can sit back and enjoy being with my family, being with my friends, and hang out and just relax. Why do I need to respond to everybody? So that's just my thought.
It's your birthday. It's the politics of birthdays.
Right, but why do I need to play politics on my birthday? Like, that makes no sense. And to be fair, most of the people that write on my Facebook wall or otherwise don't really care about me anyway. They just see it's supposed to be my birthday and they're like, hey, happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
Yeah, I know. So I'd rather hang out and talk with you and family and all that kind of stuff. So when's your birthday? What like month?
August. I'm a Virgo.
You're a Virgo? So are you big into like horoscopes and stuff like that?
Yeah. I was about to ask you what your horoscope is.
Well, why don't you tell me since you're so big into it?
Well, I'm big into my horoscope. Let me look at yours real quick, guys.
Okay.
Hang on.
Well, I'm Sagittarius just because we don't want to be on all night.
Save time. Yeah, because I'd be looking.
Yeah. Oh, so I'm Sagittarius. So okay. What do you know about Sagittarius?
Absolutely nothing. I know that I'm not compatible with Sagittarius.
But we're good.
We're pretty good, so I don't know how that works, but
I feel like the horoscopes are like generally vague enough. It's saying we're not compatible anymore. Wait, by the way, what are you drinking out of? Let everyone see what you're drinking out of.
So I did my chemistry lab at home this semester, and once it was over, I cleaned all my stuff, which I probably shouldn't have done. And now I drink them out of like my chemistry flasks. So I use like the little glass ones, like the little 50 ml ones for shots. Not that I do shots.
No, well, I mean, you can. You're over 21.
Yes, I am a full. By
the way, adult. Drink responsibly, everyone. If you are going to drink, be responsible. Don't drink and drive. I'm glad. I think our max has been 10 people, and as soon as I said, make sure you drink responsibly, the number went way down. People are like, I'm out. If this is going to be a PSA about being responsible and drinking, I'm out.
It's actually a PSA. This entire thing is a PSA about safe drinking.
Right. About not calling me on my birthday. Not drinking and driving.
I'm gonna write you a whole apology letter after we get off this. Because like I can't believe I forgot. I didn't even know when your birthday was, but now I know.
Right.
Next year I'll call you. I'm gonna call you on your birthday next year.
You can. So But you were saying, you remember what you're talking about?
Before or after horoscopes?
About horoscopes, about Sagittarius, and
all I know is we're not compatible.
That's all you know.
About Sagittarius.
I was about to say that I feel like they're so generally vague, and you did the finger wag and told me no.
No, I feel like, okay, I think there are two types of people. There are people who buy in perfectly to their horoscope, and there are people who could not be further from their horoscope.
Okay.
And I am a true Virgo, and so as a true Virgo, I have no choice but to buy wholeheartedly into the science that is horoscopes.
So there are people watching, like I can see you watching. Do you buy into this whole horoscope thing or not? You can actually put it in the comments and we can live, like we'll be able to read your comments live. I don't really like want to beg people to comment, but like, does anybody buy into any of this? I don't know. I've always felt like they were so intentionally vague that it could be anything. So like, for example, like I find a Virgo that I don't like, and now we're incompatible. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. That's just me.
I don't know what you're saying. I don't agree.
Well, I just think I can do whatever I want and be able to read into it, right? Like I can be like, oh, today I'm going to find a new opportunity that I need to seize. Oh, I found an opportunity today and I seized it. Horoscope.
I mean, I could pull up my horoscope in
Let's do it. Go
5.5 seconds.
Go ahead.
Okay.
I count you. 5, 4, 3.
What's up?
Okay, go.
Okay. Today through Saturday, am I feeling confident? No. Today, people are mad at you. Trust your capacity to negotiate between logic and passion. Underneath it all, you are strengthening your capacity for self-awareness. You only need to prove yourself to yourself. Do barefoot, foliage, and loitering. Do not musical numbers, marquees, or figurehead.
But
generalize that.
Wait, what were the do's and do nots?
I actually have no idea. I have no idea what these do's and do nots are. Okay, right. So do barefoot. I guess I'm supposed to walk around barefoot. I don't know.
Okay, listen. I do that all the time. It's great.
Okay, I don't. I always wear socks. I hate my feet.
But you're supposed to do barefoot. You're supposed to sell out.
I don't know if I can do that. I don't know if I can do that.
You're a Virgo.
So I'm already not following.
It's literally the dumbest live stream in the history of the world. If you're watching right now and you want to leave a comment, let us know if you buy into this horoscope stuff. Go ahead. We would love to be able to read it and interact with you. This is the kind of high quality entertainment you can expect for my happy hours for the next 23 days as I enjoy drinking different beers. Tonight is Benedictiner Hell. The Hell's Lager from Germany. So I have an advent calendar, and each night I drink a new beer. So again, drink responsibly.
What's this beer like? Give us a synopsis.
So it's super light, which I use like darker lagers, but it's very German. So I found the German beers are lighter typically. Not all. I mean, but this one, Hell's is super light. It's tasty. It doesn't have a bitter aftertaste. So it's really quite refreshing. It would be really great in the summer.
Okay. Not at the North Pole.
Not here at the North Pole, where we're spreading holiday cheer. Mm. You know where it's really hard to walk barefoot? The North Pole. So what else are you supposed to do?
Okay, what else am I supposed to do?
I'm sorry for the people that are showing up and watching this thing.
They're like, what is this? I'm also supposed to loiter. Loitering is on the list.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So
and then
that's cool.
I guess, yeah. And then it says foliage. So I don't know if I'm supposed to go outside.
Yes, you're supposed to run outside in bare feet. just stand around as someone breaks up leaves and then jump into their pile. Just random
and
people.
loiter there and just stay there.
Lay there. What are your don'ts?
Musical numbers, which we already sang "Happy Birthday" tonight, so
And that
I
went
failed.
great. No, that went great. So
That
what
did
happened
go great.
if you fail?
There's no threat. There's no threat here. I don't know what the detriment to my personal well-being might be, but
People keep popping in and out. If you're big into, we're talking horoscopes. We've been talking about for the last 8 minutes. Drew's huge. Drew Smith is huge into your horoscope. I have to actually clarify which Drew it is that's big into stuff. Are you big into horoscopes? Are you people who are watching? Let us know in the comments because we would like to interact with you. So what else? Marquise was one.
Yeah, it says marquise, which I'm not gonna lie, I don't even really know what a marquee is. Is that a big sign, or is
It's the sign above a theater or
yeah, I'm not making any signs, so success there. That's a check mark, I think.
I mean, is it supposed to mean that you're not supposed to be a headliner?
See, you're Yep, I take it.
Okay.
I take it. Which
So
I'm in a very
maybe.
That's okay. I'm in a very supportive role, and I'm okay with that. I am the understudy to the understudy, and that is okay with my life. I'm chill with that.
Yeah.
The last don't is figurehead, which I kind of think falls within that vein of staying on the down low. You know what I mean? So I don't know what any of this means, but I think we've done a very good job of interpreting it.
I mean, I think we've done great. I just feel like all that can be super generalized, right? It's up for interpretation.
I think walking barefoot is pretty specific.
Well, maybe it's just about humility. But even that can be interpreted as humility.
See, this is the ministry side coming out, and
No.
This is why your brain is significant in this discussion.
No, this is not pure ministry. This is deep brokenness. I mean, I don't know how many ministers are doing Advent beer time every night for the next 24 days. To be fair, in campus ministry, we're winding down as other people are ramping up. So I realize that this probably is a slap in the face of most of my minister friends that I have the time to actually do a 20. It's going to keep going because I like talking to you. A 25-minute happy hour. By the way, if you want to join me on a happy hour, I would love to get more people involved. I've got 23 of these nights, and Drew said he can only do 22.
Looking for a feature on the 23rd, y'all.
That's right. What's everybody else doing tonight? Again, I see people watching. They're probably just scrolling by very quickly, clicking off. But any great questions, comments? Anybody doing anything fun? Anybody huge in horoscopes? I think we might get kicked out of the ministry if we're saying we're big into horoscopes. That's that whole divination thing. So I don't know.
Is that a big no-no? I'm not formally trained, so
yeah, I don't think it's a big no. I just think it's, I don't know. People lump it in with fortune telling and stuff like that. Which is actually, so I was not allowed to look at my horoscope as a child because it was supposedly sinful.
Do you come from a very religious background?
Yeah. Very evangelical. We were Methodist, but my dad is super conservative. So he's very proud of me, I'm sure. Hi, Dad. I'm sure you're watching.
I was going to ask you about that, but I remember that maybe this is a discussion for
Fine. If I don't want to answer something, I won't answer it. I've gotten really good at that the past 14 months of knowing what I should and should not say. So, yeah, well, I remember us sitting down and having sushi I think that was one of my favorite moments of just sitting down with you and hanging out and just having a good old time. So I'm sorry that I may not be able to come to Ohio before you graduate to get sushi with you. And
That's
that's
all
a
good.
thing as a person.
I think I'll have to call you up next time I'm in DC, and we'll have to do some COVID sushi. Oh, I still ate meat back then.
For just sushi.
True. Sushi without COVID.
Yeah. Hopefully they run these vaccines out soon.
I think there's going to be a whole political.
Oh, I know. Mm-hmm. Have you gotten any monoliths that have just shown up by you? Have you heard that news?
Mm-mm.
So in Utah, a monolith just appeared in the middle of the desert and then disappeared. And it's been popping up all over the world. It's these little monoliths from 2001: A Space Odyssey apparently are popping up all over the world. So that's my weird news story of the night.
Can you send me a link to this later?
Yeah. I mean, you can Google it. It's huge right now. There was one in Utah and there was one in Romania. Has anybody else heard of these monoliths popping up? Just want someone to leave a comment so I can highlight it and play with my toy. Play with this toy that we have at Arise. No one's heard of these monoliths? I got to do a better job of sharing weird news stories because there's a ton of them. Even, up here at the North Pole, it's really easy for me to see everything in the world, including monoliths. There was a TikTok video of Bigfoot actually placing the monolith down in the forest. I forget who the user is that dressed up as Bigfoot and did it, but touche to you. These are the things I do as I'm waiting for my kids to fall asleep.
Please log in through the Google Home app.
No, thanks. See, it's like on Google. That
Google
app was jealous. What have you been watching recently? Because you work like insane. You work hospital hours, 12-hour shifts.
Mm-hmm.
How many shifts do you do usually a week? Like,
well, 7? I just jumped up to full time, so I do 6 or 7 shifts a week, and then now I'm doing like 2 shifts a day. So I'm going in tomorrow, and I have a 13-hour shift, and then I have 6 hours off, and then I have another 5-hour shift after that. Just because our department is like crazy and busy 24/7. But I've been just looking for shows that really let me just veg out. And so I've been watching the 1950s Twilight Zone over again.
Okay. But not the new one.
I know, because you have to pay for the new one. Sorry, I'm very passionate about the Twilight Zone. passionate about the Twilight Zone. I have not yet.
We need someone to give us their CBS access code so that you can use the new one through Jordan Peele. So if anybody wants to send Drew Smith your CBS access code, let's make it happen. I'm not kidding. Let's get someone. Put your username and password in the comments so everyone on my Facebook stream can use your CBS All Access code. No, I'm really excited. So Jordan Peele, so I'm huge into horror movies. I know you know that. Yep. Jordan Peele also is directing a new version of Candyman. And that's coming out next year.
Heck yes.
I think he's directing it. I know he's at least producing it. So I'm pretty excited about that. I love Jordan Peele. I love his comedy and I love his horror movies.
So question for you. Not a Jordan question. Did you ever watch The Craft, 1993?
No. Is it a movie?
No. It's a movie.
Okay, I'll put it on my list.
And they just put out the second, like a sequel/remake came out this year. That's my favorite movie of all time, is The Craft.
Is it a horror movie?
It's like a thriller. It's like terrible. It's like Mean Girls, but they're witches. So don't look at me like that.
Like, I was like, yeah, I'll watch it. Now I'm like, man, I really should have done something. fast.
You're like, yeah, I'll watch it. Mm-hmm.
No, I mean, I have some vacation time coming up at the end of the year. Again, not to frustrate my ministry friends who have to do Christmas Eve stuff. But, so The Craft.
The Craft.
Okay.
It's bad, but it's good.
I think I need to show you some good horror movies.
I need recommendations / streaming sessions where we can just react to them, because I have no good horror movies on my agenda right now, and I'm very upset about it.
Okay. Give me a little bit of time, and I'll make it happen.
Okay. I'm reading a lot of Stephen King right now. I don't know if you're into like horror books, but
I don't know if you're into books. No. What are these books you speak of? Jerk. I don't know if you know how to read, but there are these things called books. No, thanks. Thanks for joining me tonight. Well, it's so great to have everyone and to be called illiterate. No, so you've been reading Stephen King, right?
I've been reading Stephen King. Yes.
Yeah.
I just finished Pet Sematary.
I was gonna say, should we bury the stream in the Pet Cemetery? Maybe it'll come back to life. Pet Cemetery is super dark.
It's really dark, and it's about like children too, and it's really just dark.
Yeah. In fact, I thought my 5-year-old. I have not read Pet Cemetery. I've only watched the movie. I thought for sure that my 5-year-old was Gage, like just running around, because he's really cute. But when he gets mad, man, he gets mad. So, again, I haven't read the book, so there might be really bad stuff. It's like the It book. It's like, oh, I'm so glad they didn't put half those scenes in the movie.
Exactly. It's exactly like it.
Oh, good.
Yeah, he's. I love Stephen
somewhere
King.
that he was allegedly big into drugs during when he was.
Yeah. Oh my God. Have you seen him? Like a picture of him? I bet he's still big into drugs. I want to find him a 2020. Is he dead? I don't even know.
Real quick, no, he's not dead. Real quick, we want to say this is allegedly, and I did not say that Stephen King is currently on drugs. Drew Smith for the affidavit and the subpoena can go. You can send it to Ohio.
Oh yeah.
I have no idea why anyone's watching this right now, but I appreciate you for watching it.
Are there people watching this right now?
Oh yeah, we have people watching.
Okay, hi.
Yeah. So what did we learn tonight? I'm done my drink. I see you're still sipping.
It's okay.
You must work at a hospital.
I do work at a hospital.
No, because you're nursing it.
I'm nursing it.
But take your time. Be responsible. But what did we learn tonight? Let's go over learning points. We learned that Stephen King. You told me, because I would never have said this. Stephen King is still on drugs.
I mean, let's review the literature.
Oh, I think it's just old. I mean, I don't want to.
No, that's not
older people, but
no, that's not just old.
Okay. We learned that that horoscopes are deeply important.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And I taught you about the monoliths and the TikTok video of Bigfoot dropping off monoliths.
Because that's actually the true evolutionary role of Bigfoot, is to drop off monoliths in Utah.
Yeah. Well, if you ever, I've heard both the Utah and Romania ones have, the Romanian one has disappeared, but I'm sure another one will pop up. So, Drew, thanks for joining me. We've gone 30 minutes. I had no idea that this would go 30 minutes, but I've enjoyed it.
Fun. This was great.
Yeah, and you probably got sued. So
yeah, by Stephen King for slander, but that's okay.
All right. Well, thanks everyone for joining us. Thank you to Drew for joining us, and we're going to be looking for more people. I don't know what this is going to look like, but I'm committed now to doing like a 30-minute conversation with friends. And Drew Smith, you're a friend. I hope you think I'm your friend.
You are my friend. You're actually one of my only friends. I'm not even going to lie to you.
Oh, and you still didn't remember my birthday. That's cool. All right. Have a great night, everyone.